Hello all, it's your premier commentator here, Kidlot, today with a special delivery. Today I have with me the Assault Rifle Chopper with every gun show episode. It's a pretty good one, as most of you guys know, you like the Assault Rifles. The Assault Rifles are pretty much the dominant category in every Call of Duty, with Call of Duty Modern Warfare Reflex being no exception. And there are a lot of favorite guns in this episode of my own, and I'm sure you guys have a lot too, and I guess we're going to have a lot of fun with this episode. So yes, without further ado, we're going to start with the first gun right now. Let's roll the tape. The first assault rifle we're going to be talking about is the M16, the only burst fire weapon in the entire game, and this gun is really good. It is definitely a top tier weapon because of its renowned ability to drop people in one burst, usually with stopping power, usually a 2 or 3 bullet kill, and this thing kills people so fast, they drop like flies. But unfortunately in the Modern Warfare Reflex game that we have, it kind of gets nerfed a little bit because of the lag shooting. Lag shooting makes shooting with this gun kind of hard because it's hard to find the opponent, it's hard to tag them up, it's hard to try to kill them, and usually sometimes it's a lot easier to kill opponents with automatic rifles because you don't have to wait in between those pauses of the M16's burst fire. But still, in the end, it's still a pretty good gun. I always see it in the lobby a lot, and it's also my favorite weapon in the game by far. And I'm also really excited that this gun is also going to be in Modern Warfare 3, though without stopping power. Remember, in Black Ops there was the M16 without stopping power. It wasn't as good as it was in Call of Duty Modern Warfare Reflex, but at least as as I hear it, in Modern Warfare 3 the M16 has a rapid fire attachment to make the bullets come out in the burst really fast. So I'm really happy and excited for that. But in this game, yeah, definitely M16 is definitely king, and hopefully it'll also be king in Modern Warfare 3. And now on to the infamous AK-47. If you remember back in the M16 section, I told you that sometimes it's hard to kill with that burst weapon, and sometimes it's easier to use an automatic assault rifle. Well, the AK-47 is the best, bar none, automatic assault rifle in this game, period. It does so much damage. The recoil is very low. There's only just a visual recoil you have to deal with, but it's not that big of a deal. And the iron sights are so gorgeous. They're the best iron sights in the game, at least in my opinion. If you put on a red dot sight, there's this weird thing where it takes away the damage for some reason. But I say, why use a red dot sight anyway when this gun is a total beast? If I'm gonna go try hard, if I want to win badly, I'm telling you, I'm going to bring my AK-47 with me, and I wonder how it's going to fare in Modern Warfare 3. I guess we'll just have to wait and see. Moving on to the next assault rifle, we have the M4, which looked extremely similar to that of the M16. They look really similar. The only difference for the M4 is that it has a little post in the front where your character holds on to. Besides that, though, they look almost exactly the same. But in terms of, I guess, statistics, the M16 is a burst fire weapon and the M4 is a fully automatic weapon. And the great thing about this gun, the signature thing about the M4, is its low recoil. It does moderate damage, doesn't do that much damage, so I do recommend stopping power for this weapon. But recoil is absolutely non-existent in this gun. You can hold down that trigger and point somewhere and know for sure that almost all the bullets will go to wherever you want them to go. And there is no, the gun won't jump around at all. And so this is also another gun that's going to be appearing in Modern Warfare 3. I guess the first 3 guns that I already talked about are all going to be in Modern Warfare 3, and we just don't know what it's going to be like in Modern Warfare 3. Hopefully it retains its characteristic of low recoil, and maybe a lot of people will use it in the next game. The next weapon we have is the G3, and I just love the way this name sounds. It just rolls right off the tongue, really slick and really smoothly. The G3. And this gun is also really good in its own merits because it has really low recoil, so coupled with stopping power you get a low recoil 2 bullet kill semi-automatic weapon, which is really good. And I definitely recommend that you use the G3 if you're jaded and bored with always using automatic weapons in the game. You want to try something new, you want to freshen up the gameplay a bit, go ahead and use the G3, and I definitely guarantee that you will have a good time using the G3. And it is also really good in hardcore because of the same thing. It's really fun and really rewarding to get kills with semi-automatic weapons rather than assault rifles that are fully automatic. And so the G3 just, it's just that little, I guess, niche in the game. If you want to use a weapon that doesn't really see the light of day amongst a lot of players, go ahead and use the G3, and I definitely guarantee that you will have a good time when using the G3. And it's great. It's always great to try to be that player who tries to be unique, who tries to be different, who tries to stand out from the rest of the people who are playing the game. To be honest, I really haven't been using the G36C when I play Call of Duty Modern Warfare Reflex, so I'm really glad it's going to make another appearance in Modern Warfare 3. I'll definitely use it in that game. But in terms of statistics and the little nuances of the G36C, it's really similar statistically to that of the M4. It does the same damage, it has kind of a little bit more recoil than the M4, but the unique thing about the G36C is its low idle sway. And for those of you who don't know what idle sway is, I'm going to explain it right now. Basically in Black Ops there is no idle sway, but there definitely is in Modern Warfare Reflex. And idle sway is when you aim down your sight and you keep your aim perfectly steady, perfectly straight, and not moving. The gun will actually continue to move around in kind of a little figure eight pattern. Like it'll go up, around, down, up again. So basically your gun is still moving even though you're holding the gun perfectly straight. And the developers wanted to do this to prevent you from camping on one pixel at a time. So like, you're just like camping in a corner and just waiting for somebody. They want to make that, I guess, a little bit harder for you. And so I'm kind of interested too, because in Modern Warfare 3 there's a weapon proficiency called Breath that will lower the idle sway. So I'm definitely wondering if that's going to be viable in Modern Warfare 3. Again, we have to wait till we actually get our hands on the game and to try it out. In terms of the G36C though, I really want to use it in Modern Warfare 3 much more, and we'll see how it performs in that game. The penultimate assault rifle that I'm going to be showing off in this video is the M14, which is also the second semi-automatic assault rifle in the game. And this gun, just like its Black Ops counterpart, has a lot of recoil, so if you can't really spam the weapon, you can't really fire the weapon really fast because you'll end up shooting above your opponent's head, which is obviously a bad thing. The good thing on the flip side, the really good thing about the M14 is its damage. It is ridiculously high, so much that it's a 2-bullet kill at closer ranges without stopping power, which frees up your perk 2 slot. You can use UAV jammer, you can use sleight of hand, whatever suits your preference. And this gun also has a kind of, I guess, nickname, like a unofficial nickname of being a wannabe sniper, because if you haven't noticed, the M14 acts much like and sounds much like the M21 sniper in this game. And it's always fun to compare the M14 ACOG with the M21 ACOG because they are so similar. The M14 has more magazine capacity, but the M21 has more damage. But why would you use any of these combinations at all when you can just use the M40A3 ACOG and get that extra damage boost in the end? But yeah, the M14 in this game is all about control. If you can control that massive recoil, if you can control your shots and not spam so much, then the M14 will be good for you, and you will definitely do good in the games that you play. If you've been following the Call of Duty series ever since Call of Duty 1, then you'll definitely know the MP44, which was featured in Call of Duty 2, and this gun was a total beast in Call of Duty 2. It was definitely a top tier weapon in that game, and in this game it functions a lot like the AK-47. They're both very similar, they both sound the same, the recoil is the same, and the damage is pretty much the same. The only difference is that the MP44 doesn't have any available attachments, so you're always going to have to run it naked, which is kind of understandable because, again, this is an older weapon. This is a World War II weapon, so you can't, I guess, really put an optic sight, or it doesn't really have, like, I guess, places or contacts to put a suppressor or a silencer or an ACOG or anything like that. So you're always going to have to use this weapon without any attachments, but it's still okay. It still functions pretty well, and this weapon is your prize for getting all the way to the later levels. This weapon is the last assault rifle to be unlocked in the game. So if you want to kick butt classic style, if you want to go vintage, then get this weapon and tear everybody to pieces the old-fashioned way, the classic way, and show them what retro butt kicking is all about. Alright audience, alright team, great job with this episode, and get ready for the next round. Peace guys, see you later.